traders, Kevin Avery here. I'm excited to break down Trade the Pool's platform, Trader Evolution, in this video. Stay tuned. Let's get to it. Currently 11:30, got a couple trades on right now, but I got some stops set down in the working orders window right where my face is, so you can't see it, but working orders down here. And all this I'm going to show you how to do. You go to terminal, working orders, positions. I have the positions over here. We're going to go through all of it, but the first thing you need to do is pretty much color connect all these, symbol link them. If you follow my cursor, you see how every box is yellow, all linked up together by pressing that button. Now per account, you want to make sure your account is linked as well. Some people trade multiple evals, and click this dot here. So you got that little guy right there. Click on that, it links everything up. So that's green, and now it'll make sure every account is connected as well per window. So that's very useful there as well. The first thing I want to look at with you guys is how to place orders. Now, how you place orders, there's a multitude of ways of doing that. I oftentimes will do it through this market depth, the level 2 menu over here. By default, you can actually set the shares in this box. If you go over to the settings wheel, that's kind of where my face is, bottom left of your screen. Click the settings wheel and you can go down to trading defaults, and what you're going to want to do, set the account you're utilizing this for, scroll down to set defaults, and what you're going to do is click just equities, because you want this to apply to every single trade you're taking, not just a ticker. I mean, you can set it per ticker if you'd like to. Click on equities, and whatever amount you guys want to do, you can enable it here, and then press OK. And there's a few other settings in here as well. Warning, for example, I have warn if the order quantity exceeds 1,000 shares. I fat fingered a trade one time, didn't end well, so I want to get warned via a confirmation window if I'm exceeding 1,000 shares. Of course, they have some hotkeys in here as well that you can set. Good amount of functionality there in the general settings. Another way to place orders is going to be, if you follow my cursor, top right of the chart order entry. You can actually set your stop loss, take profit, all of it right here in the chart. It's very useful. If you'd rather use mouse trading, so mouse here as well, you can left click to buy stop or right click to sell limit. And actually at the top of the screen, you can set if it's a single or OCO, meaning one cancels the other. I love utilizing OCO orders for that reason, meaning you set your stop, you set your take profit, all of it in one trade. You make it as systematic as possible. This is where you can add indicators. There you can add pretty much whatever you want. Let's take a look at the volume weighted average price. So we can click on that. You can turn it on and off at the top of the chart and exit it out. Then we can right click that indicator, click settings if we'd like to adjust some of the line properties. I'd like it to be purple and maybe a little thinner, then click OK. Good. Okay, now that line's on for THAR. Now let's go up to terminal and let's click on times and sales. A lot of traders like times and sales. We'll link it to yellow. That's where everything else is linked to, and THAR is going to populate here. Now here's the times and sales, and here's SATS. You see a lot of orders are flying through this. All right, that's times and sales. It shows you objective data. You know, you can't spoof orders on the times and sales. This is actual orders going through. So market depth, you know, orders can be spoofed and whatnot here. You got the size on the level 2. Level 2 is pretty good as well here. It gives you some depth on the tickers. You see SATS. You can see size actually building right at the ask and above. So that's something you want to be mindful of. Now, additionally, Trade the Pool has a high-low list, gainer-loser list on the day if you'd like to utilize that. But at the bottom of my screen, I keep the working orders, positions, filled orders all down there. You want to make sure you got working orders down here. If I move my face, and let's say like I take half profit off on something, and then I let the other half work, but I forget to adjust the stop size. So I have, 200 shares of this, but my stop is for 400. So it'll take me out and then like get me in another 200. So just make sure your eyes are peeled on the working order so you know what's out there. I got 125 shares THAR, a stop to buy because I'm short on this right now. So my stop's up here 758, just to be mindful of that. But as far as your watch list goes every single day, this is where you can add and remove tickers. I got my every day trading watch list. You can actually add a few different ones. Again, everything you can add and detach. You can have multiple charts up here, multiple of everything. If you have a couple different monitors and you want to be monitoring a few different tickers at one time, just start a grid. And here's a grid, and you can actually link them to different level 2s, to different times and sales. And with the grid, you can monitor multiple charts at the same time. I actually need to do this, throw a grid on a separate monitor so I can look at a few different plays going on. But for now, I'm going to exit out of that. And to add a ticker to the watch list, you just add symbol. As far as all the data goes, goes here, the bid ask, the change percentage, all that's customizable. So you can take it on and off. I don't need to know. I just want to know maybe what the bid and ask is when I look at my watch list change. I like to short big percent gainers. So any of these that are up, like ALLR up 115%, it's got my eyes. It's got my eyes interested on this ticker, and I'm looking for a potential short against certain levels of daily resistance. Now, positions balance I always keep over here so I can monitor like what ticker is working, what ticker is not working, and then and trade those accordingly. But the platform is very nice. It might take a little bit of getting used to if you're coming from a different platform, but everything's here. I love that they have trails. I've come from some other platforms that don't have trails, so trailing stops I utilize all the time via the market depth. I have a leftover position and I'll trail them a certain percentage. So let's pull that up. You want to do the size, so like trail 125 shares. The offset is going to be, each number is a tick, so it'll be like 1 penny essentially. So with this ticker, I'd probably trail it like 60-70 cents. So I'd put in 60-70 and we can trail off of that. In the chart, you can actually adjust the style from candles, lines, dots, histogram. You can even throw your filled orders on a separate monitor as well. I like that just to review the day, see what you traded, did you overtrade, that show your entry and exits. You can right click on the chart and actually adjust a lot of the settings, just right clicking on the chart, adding indicators, overlays, the object manager, as far as your indicators, drawing tools go, and then just general settings. So there's a lot here, guys. There's a lot to it. You can dive deep in it if you'd like to, but I mean, everything's here. The platform's robust and you really can't complain because the platform is free, right? It's free with your eval. So certainly that's something I like about it as well. And speaking about evals, guys, all of you are going to get 5% off of your evals. There's a code for that in the description below. Traders, I'm always happy to help. You can email me averydaytrading@gmail.com or throw a comment down below. Let us know your experience with Trade the Pull and with Trader Evolution and any useful tips you'd like to add as well. Traders, if you haven't yet, hit the like and subscribe button, and guys, we will see you next time.